Okay, basically, Mr. Sharp should have just gone through kind of the contents and the guts of the packet that we have. Now basically, the client is left, and I want to take you through what happens to the envelope with the text, the signature copies after they leave. Excuse me. So basically, what happens is, from the preparer's view, there's only one step. We try to make it very simple for the preparer. When I'm here to do taxes and taxes only, so basically there's one bin. There's a series of bins. The only one they're concerned with at all is the to be transmitted. So they come in and they set the bin, set the tax return here. They go and they greet another client, take them back, and start the process over again. So that's how that works from the tax preparer's view. Very simple. They don't have to do anything else. Now, we do have the one person, like a lot of offices in our group, we have one person that's responsible and owns the task of sending the tax returns, and that's Mrs. Sharp, Mr. Sharp's wife. She's very, very good at it. Okay? So what I try to do is I try to let her do it. I don't want to, occasionally on a Sunday or late at night or early in the morning, I'll check acts, but it has to be an extreme circumstance. So what I let her do is own that task, get out of her way. She does it very well, and just, I don't want to get in there and screw it up, because that's oftentimes what happens. So what will happen is Mrs. Sharp will take a stack of returns back to her office, and she'll e-file them. Okay, she'll also get acts that were that she receives from the prior batch. So she sent the returns. Now here is the waiting for acts bin. So if somebody here is basically they're sent, and now they're kind of in limbo, either to be accepted or rejected. So they sit in this bin until they've been acknowledged. Now, one thing I'll go over here real quick. Let's say they're rejected. Okay, meaning someone's already claimed the taxpayer or anything. What we have is we have a special bin to get it out of the way of the whole flow over there. We want to make sure that this is the grief bin. Okay, the grief bin is for anything that has not been accepted. So we want to basically single them out, separate them, put them over here, and then we go through that constantly to try to get them. If somebody calls in and we can't get a hold of them initially, we don't have to scurry around and find the file. It's in the grief bin. Okay. So that's I just wanted to mention that. Also, we have the holding bin as a sidebar here. I want to talk about that. If somebody comes in and doesn't have a form that they need, or doesn't have Social Security or information or anything, we put the return in a central location. And I'm guilty of this. I tend to hoard tax returns, but what I try to do is have everything in the central location. So then, if I'm out of town or if I'm not at work, the show must go on. So I try to keep everything there. So I want to finish this up, kind of our bin process here. And let's say, like this example that I gave for our little video here was a bank product. Okay, so let's say it's a bank product. What I do is I put it in the pending RTs bin. So it's been accepted. It goes from the pending bin, the waiting for acts bin to the pending RTs bin. So we're waiting for a bank acknowledgement. Now, those will sit there until the act comes in, and then basically at that point they're broken down. So I'm going to take you through the final step of the process, which is the breakdown. Okay, so sometimes if they've paid and done a direct deposit, they can be broken down right from here. So what we'll do is we'll take the receipt off the bill, we'll take the money and deliver it to the bookkeeper, and Mrs. Sharp gets the cash and then takes care of that because she's here very often, and then the bookkeeper takes care of the checks and the credit card slips. So basically we'll break that down, we'll take this off, we'll go over here, and then we will take the signature paperwork, put it in the scanner, scan it, and the most liberating part that some of you might have trouble with, we take that signature paperwork, and after we scan it, we throw it in the bin to be recycled and disposed of, with a confidential disposal company. So basically, after that, we don't have any paper copies whatsoever. We do archive the tax return of the guts of the tax return in case we do an amendment or just for our purposes. But there's no paper after it's been accepted and broken down. So that was one thing that I thought maybe if you can take a few details from. I thought it's something that was somewhat unique to us, and then I'm interested in seeing what everyone else does. So that's kind of sums up the back office process of how a tax return is e-filed. So